Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Norgon 111. Welcome back to Blueprints. I've done a fair amount of reviewing from the previous episode, but it really didn't get me much. We do have a bunch of permanent upgrades, which is great. And I do want to immediately go check out the gem caves. So I guess I start with 2 gems. I have an extra 20 steps today. I thought I had an allowance of 1 money, but I don't have any money right now. Where do I collect my allowance? Is it on the table or something? Allowance. And there's a note. It's come to my attention you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I'll leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there's anything else you require, don't hesitate to ask. We've all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises. I'm personally overseeing that the estate is operating. Anne Babbage? Alright, she's the house manager. Okay. Neat. So, I did get my allowance. So the first thing I'm going to go do is dump it underwater, with the expectation that someday I will be able to collect all the money that I've left behind in the fountain. Then I want to go check out Jemmy McCaverton. I've already got 2 gems, but I'm curious if I can find more or just witness anything else over in that location. But yeah, the utility closet could like open the garage door, it said somewhere. And so I wonder if that's like a permanent upgrade kind of thing. Here's the gem caves. Can I click on them? No. Can I look at this? Yes. Equipment for the new mine. Limit excavation to 2 stones per day. Managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels. Scrap them. 1 cart down there. Locked on a short track. Too difficult to move from the reservoir side. Blocking the passage. Move it from the other side. I need to get to the other end of the reservoir. There's 2 ways in over there. Okay, so we're getting hints of other long-term things that we'll have to accomplish. I turned a pipe, and now I get a cutscene. It caused gas to go up to 1 of 4 thingies and light up something, possibly back at the main castle entrance or something. And I can see either something spinning or Z fighting over there. And if I turn it off, it causes that lamp to go out. Okay. Okay, so I can toggle these lights, or whatever they are. Okay, let's witness where that is. Is it here or is it elsewhere? It's not right here, so I think it is back at the main house. However, at the main house, I don't witness those 4 fires either. So I'm not sure where that's taking place. Alright, well, I'm going to try to draft my way either to... I'm not sure what my objective is. I'm going to kind of take the rooms as they come and see what we get. I'm in a storeroom, and I just noticed something. There's a picture of a little blue bird wearing a swimming outfit. Something hinting to me something about a bird bath, possibly. Since I'm right at the beginning, I think there is a bird bath somewhere on this walk. I'm gonna go find it. Here it is, a bird bath. I don't see any birds. I don't see any obvious things I can do. I might be misinterpreting what I was looking at. Who knows? Not me. In a guest bedroom, I have found a key card. That is a nice find early on. I have the opportunity to draft a boiler room, so I'm going to take it, because we have not seen the boiler room before. I'm not very far in. That's what the map looks like so far. What an unusual room. Alright, let's head down to the bottom. Wait a minute, what am I looking at here? It definitely looks like there's some printed material, but I can't look at... Oh no, it's just kind of a patch step. Alright, there's controls that I can like twist around before I start messing with everything. Yeah, I can switch this around to change the way the pipes all connect. Is there a master diagram or something? Not that I'm seeing. Alright, what do we have over here? I can turn the knob. So if I did, let's imagine this is fuel and or pressure. It would currently be going nowhere. So let's do that, so it's going this way. Then I could make it go out here and here into a red box and up into something controlling keycard doors or something. That seems good. The alternative would be to have it be going up into this device, which looks like it might connect something there. That actually looks pretty interesting to me. And then this one goes up, up, up to somewhere I can't quite see. Does it come back over and down? Possibly. In which case, this looks like another fuel kind of something. And this one just goes this way. Yeah, okay, let's try turning this knob. This light has come on. So, this thing, whatever it is now active. And there's steam rising here. Let's go back upstairs. And also, sure, let's just hit this in case it does anything. Not obvious to me that anything's happening over here. Okay. So up here. This thing seemed to have power. So there's a keycard access door maybe over there. And if I wanted to get to it, there's a way to like be on steps. Can this whole thing move? I'm not sure. I can't just fall off. Let's go back down there and try turning the things around. And see what else might happen. So suppose I turn this while it's on. Then I can just see the steam coming out. If I do this, now this is on. It's an elevator of some description. I don't know that I can interact with it. Oh, there was another knob over here I could have turned to have other devices going. Interesting. And that thing is lit up now. Okay, so it has power to, like, run the keycard door or something. Let's try this. Gonna turn this back off. Then I'm gonna reach through the elevator door here and turn this on, but if I do... Well, it could either go up there or over here. Let's have it go up there first. So if I do this, comes out, it goes up here, and what's up there? This goes into the central something or another, which possibly then comes out the other side. I'll have to see if there's steam coming out of there. What a complicated setup. I don't think anything's happening on any of these. And then suppose instead I swap this. Now it goes this way. Steam's coming out over here. Now it's going into this device. Oh, which is an elevator. Okay, which I can use to go up here, where there's, okay, more steamy bits and activate. Okay, some kind of main control something something. Over here, this one is not currently powered. This does have power. And so I raise that thing. Great. But there still is not a walkway here. Is there a way for there to be a walkway here? Like, I feel like I need to flip these things back and forth a few times. Also, since nothing's lighting up over here, I guess we don't have the power that's currently going through here. Okay, so I hit that. The boiler room is a complicated place. Okay, so this was controlling the elevator. I don't think I need that right now necessarily, but then how am I going to get back? Well, let's just try this. Okay, so now it's going up there, but I can't actually control the elevator unless I, well, this can't go in that direction. The only way for the elevator to have power is coming from that. And if the elevator has power, then this thing is not powering anything because there can't be anything connected to it. And we never quite understood what that was. Oh, okay. So this powered the thing that gave me a walkway. Okay, so now I have a walkway over there, which means I don't need the elevator anymore. Now that I have the walkway over there, I don't think I need that powered anymore. Except for it just retracted. So it needs to be powered in order for the walkway to be there. Okay. So it has to be in this configuration. No, has to be in this configuration to get this powered for me to be able to walk across. So if I go walk across, who designed this place? There's a door there, sure. And this is not currently powered. And this is not currently powered. But it could be, question mark? yes, it could be because I could just be powering it directly. So I could turn this on. It sends power over here, which gives me a light. I probably need both lights and something would happen over here, I'm guessing. So what if I send power up top? So now it's sending power over here. This thing has lit up. Boop, 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 activate. The activate button is the only thing I can do that's particularly interesting. Should I activate? Let's try it. All right. Some nice fanfare. And it looks like there might be some rotation available to the left or to the right. So sure. If I go rightwards... Oh, I just activated the boiler room and I sent power to the right. Or power to the left. Or power straight up. Okay. I don't know which of those I want. Let's say to the right. And do I think there's anything else I need to do here? I mean, now that that's activated, if I turn the power here, what happens? This stays active, so once it got powered on, it's good to go. This light is still on. Power is going somewhere. This is still available to me. And so now, is it possible for me to power the other light by that door? To power the other light by that door, I need this pipe, which is right here. Now both of them are powered, but this has been retracted, so now I need the elevator once again. But that's impossible, because to get the elevator, I would have to turn this the other way, because that's all that powers the elevator. It's like you don't have power right now, right? And there's not, is there a redundant power source from anywhere for the elevator? I don't think so. And... This was to get the button going, and the only other way would be like this. So this keeps that thing lit, and it also sends power to this thing. This thing, I'm not sure what it is. It's got red on it. Is there anything else with red on it that I can imagine it connects to? I don't know. Also, this stopped in an inopportune position. So apparently that's a thing that can happen. So that was from this. So if I do this, this will start going again. And once again it stopped in a bad position. Is there a way to not have that happen? Yeah, I don't know how I would get both of these lit up at the same time. I fooled around with it for a bit. So let's get back to just playing the game, I guess. We have power going somewhere. Spare bedroom, bedroom closet, drawing room. Alright, I'll take a spare bedroom and then I guess just edit back in once we actually get somewhere interesting and useful. Hey, look, dice. Nice. That's fortunate. I managed to get a dark room and then a utility closet to turn on the lights in the dark room. And so I think we're going to see new stuff. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark to keep an eye on that. So is that her ladyship? Okay. And here's a picture of the orchard once again. I don't have a magnifying glass. But yeah, maybe in here we'll get a clue about the code to open that up. Also, did I find a bomb? A battery pack. Provides juice to battery-powered contraptions. If I view it in my inventory, does it say anything different? Contraptions made in the workshop. Okay, I've never found a workshop. But now if I do, and I craft a contraption, I could do something with it. I'm not sure that I've seen this person before. They are working at a computer in the office because I see the king. And looking at some papers. Round glasses. Okay, that's interesting. Poorly developed maids. I definitely wish I had the magnifying glass right now. Here's another photo of them. Holding things for dusting and sweeping. I'm not sure what noteworthy things I might be looking at in these photos. There's another poorly developed one. Are these photos otherwise identical except for kind of like the stages of development? Perhaps. What is this object that's hanging here? Is it in the foreground? Is it some type of hanging plant like is over there? I guess it must be. Oh, these are the paintings of the room. Got it. A picture of the orchard. This time there's a heart on the tree. Is this a different time period, or did I miss that? And perhaps if I go out and look at a tree, there is a carving that I've previously missed. Okay. Definitely wish I had a magnifying glass. Syncaco showing off some contraptions, perhaps. We got cameras, we got timers. Got all these hanging out to dry. This guy, round glasses, is holding a blue note, possibly, or possibly a red note. I guess it's hard to tell. This guy is laughing at him. And now it's just cropped to just see him. Okay, this is a lot more mystery than I was expecting. And I don't know, I haven't played any of these kind of like narrative mystery games or something. Like, I don't feel like I have necessarily contextual skills to help solve things. Oh, and look at the ceiling. Like, this is like where the boiler room pipe energy would be going. And possibly even like exhausting like out in here and heating this room or something. I guess I am connected to the dark room, to the boiler room. The boiler room was right back, which way? Through here. And so it would be interesting to see if I change the power to going out in this direction, what it looks like. Maybe I'll do that just to see if I can witness the power. And also in the corridor, yeah, I don't see this boiler pipe in the ceiling, but I'm willing to spend some steps to experiment with this. If I want to get on top of the boiler, I guess I go this way. And then change it that way, so probably it's going out there. Yes, so now this is lit up, and so if I go in here, it's also lit up in the ceiling over here. This is spinning around, demonstrating the fact that power has gone in this direction. But I don't know that I witness anything else happening or changing otherwise in this room. That just goes back to the entry, and this goes over to this corridor. Okay. Okay. Well, this was mostly about turning on power in the dark room and being able to witness the photos that were inside here, so that's done. So I'm going to continue my exploration as usual. And if anything exciting happens, I guess I'll bring you back. How am I doing on keys and gems? I guess I want the gems more right now. Parlor games can be fun. Let's do this on camera. Gems are in a box with a statement. Nothing. The gems are in the black box. So, if this is true, it's not in here. If this is true, it is in here. At least one of the statements is false. I presume this doesn't count as a statement that can be false. Imagine this statement is false. They're not in the black box. Then it would be unsolvable. No, it would be this one must be true. And since it's not in the black box, it would have to be in this box. So if this is false, the gems have to be in the blue box. What if this is true? Then the gems are in the black box, but then this would also be true that they're in a box with the statement. So they have to be in the blue box, according to my logic. So let's go take the wind-up key and earn ourselves 2 gems. Ta-da! Great. Where is the next doorway? And also, have I missed any objects sitting around? Yeah, that's just the instructions to the game. I've read those a number of times. I don't see objects or coins elsewhere, so let's continue drafting. I had the opportunity to draft the garage. I believe I sent power to it in the utility closet, and so the garage door might be open. Also, it'll net me some keys. Open or openable. Here's the keys. Here's a button that does open the garage door. So, for the first time, I'll be able to visit the west end of the grounds, I think. Let's see. These are things we've already had. Alright, let's walk somewhere we've never been before on the grounds. Now, out here I no longer am on the map, so we're just exploring on our own. Sadly, I don't have a shovel. I'm gonna kind of follow the left wall, as I often like to do. We can see the outside of the house. There's an impassable river, except where it is passable due to the little bridge. Out in the trees. I'm on the other side of this. Can I open this? There we go. I wonder if that's permanently unlocked. I bet it is. The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Yes! Permanent changes do not reset each day. Okay, I can finally get out here. Okay, that's exactly the type of progress I was hoping for today. And we got it. Also, I like the music out here. All right. We got bushes, we got plants. My shoes are going to be very dirty after all this walking through here I've done. Still have a whole lot over there. Another bird bath. Let's take a quick peek. Nothing obviously there. No obvious spots for digging. Power lines going off into the distance off the property, I imagine. I can draft a tool shed, a hovel, or a shelter. Tool shed has 2 special items. Hovel, special floor plans now cost additional footsteps instead of gems. That's interesting. And a shelter prevents you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. Wow. Special items sound pretty interesting. So let's try out a tool shed. And every day I can just walk out here and draft this now. So this is basically like, oh, it's another shovel. Nice. And a lockpicking thing. Oh my gosh. That's some great items. So yeah, like starting off every day with 2 items, so long as I come out, well, 2 items if we choose the tool shed, and other possible bonuses. Okay, so this is a very big deal in terms of permanent progress. Hopefully this is going to make the game feel like it's going faster, because it had felt slow a couple episodes ago, and then finally we're making some actual progress, it feels like. So, okay, so we're back on the path. There's something whitish at the edge of the fence over there. If I can get there. Which I think I cannot. And it might just be weird shadows. Let's not worry too much about that. Yeah, the way the grass is moving makes it look like there might be interesting objects, and it's just like grass shadows or whatever. Alright. Here's the gate. And this appears to be the end of our journey. So we found 1 structure we can draft for some bonus shelter slash tool shed slash hovel stuff, or maybe other things. That's cool. Does that show up in my room directory? What did I get? I got a tool shed. It's not a red room, it's not a green room, it's not a bedroom, so is it one of these? Tool shed, do you exist in here? Because you're not inside. Found outer rooms, here we go. It's my first outer room, apparently there are 8 of them. Okay, understood. Okay, well, we got a permanent unlock of some progress. Oh, hello, ladder that I almost didn't notice. Can I climb you? Oh, I cannot. Oh, that's too bad. I have a shovel. I didn't notice any particular digging sites before I picked the shovel up. I don't think I want to do another pass on the outdoors. I think I know the type of dirt that I need to look for in order to dig with the shovel, hopefully. So let's just hope I encounter some somewhere back in the mansion. So then I am back to drafting around as per usual. I found something new. Workshop. Combine inventory items to create new items. Sounds amazing. First, we must inspect the room. The true box does not always contain the prize. Yes, I understand. I've already deduced that. But I appreciate the hints. Here's a metal detector. Da -da 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 -da. Oh, it tells you keys and coins. 8. 8 appears in my list of letters I got from the paintings. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. Let's take a moment. It's next to a stone with a G carved on it. Let's inspect the rest of the room and then come back around to that. We've got a saw over here, but not one that I can pick up. I want to read that again after it's had a chance to marinate. Okay. Workshop. Combine inventory items to create new items. I have a bunch of items. Shovel is super useful, lockpick super useful, metal detector is super useful. Let's say I combined a metal detector and a lockpick kit. Pick sound amplifier. So you'd be able to hear the lockpicking and the lockpick would work better, I think is the idea. But perhaps I don't want to do that. Perhaps I want a metal detector and a shovel to make a detector shovel, which just has the properties of both, I guess. It can't be combined with everything. What about the key card? Key card cannot be combined with these things. What about the running shoes? They cannot be combined. What about the coin purse? Not combined. What about the battery pack? A battery pack plus a shovel. Plus... Alright. Could make something, and then the shovel and the lockpick. Alright, don't go together. So... Sure, metal detector and lockpick. Pick sound amplifier. Let's assemble it. Okay, and so now I have a useful pick sound amplifier. Greater chances of picking high sensitivity locks. That seems pretty cool. Alright, I can pick lots of locks now, I guess. And I wonder if it still detects metal for me or not. Let's go back to reading this. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. There are notes. It's a music sheet. There are bold words. Message is the only one I notice at a glance that is bold. The note is read, the letter is not. Notes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There was a G over here. Imagine if I only got the words that contain the note G. Let's see, on a treble clef, that would be on the second line. I mean, I'm really stretching here, but something about notes are read. I don't see any G's. Here is a G in message. But yes, this might be asking a lot. This is just on a rest where there's a G. Or the second part of often. I don't think I'm doing the right thing. 10 lost. 10. Second part of often is 10. Let's go ahead and continue this. Part of spoken and soft. But yeah, I think the note is read, the letter is not. And we're in like various key signatures. Well, a key signature. I'm not sure what to make of this. I'm gonna have to think about that one. And I wonder if there would always be a G here. I guess I didn't look on the bass clef. Where's a G on that? There's so many notes. There's like lots of eighth notes here. It doesn't really correspond. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought. Do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost. Among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. Yeah, Is there a way to interpret this with the 8? From my message I've been reading from the blueprints, all the letters I've been getting from the paintings? I don't think so. Westgate Path, by the way, shows up as permanent additions. And it shows the tool shed as the outer room, so that does show up on the map, actually. If I click on this, it just tells me that it's permanently been locked. Okay. Alright, well, I made a thingy. I found some riddle that I don't understand. Time to continue onwards. Coat check would be a dead end. I would prefer a non-dead ends, please. The kitchen actually gets me toward a room that I've never been in. And I don't need the food for sale, but it's getting me over in a direction that I want to go, so I'm going to head that way. So this room I have never been in. I expect it contains the letter S. I'm able to pick the lock. Terrace is a good green room, but this is also a dead end, but I have rooms in the chapel behind me. Nook would get me more keys, but I don't really need the keys right now. I'm going to take the green room, the terrace. Oh, but does the terrace not have any photographs? Here's a gem, at least. I didn't think about that. There's no paintings on the terrace as far as I know. Unless they're somewhere out in the world. Rats. So I haven't been able to observe this. I think it must be an S. Because the next 4 letters are M-A-L-L. So obviously it's the word small. Alright. But that's unfortunate. It didn't occur to me that the terrace didn't have what I was looking for. But let's go ahead and continue picking locks. Alright, I might be able to make it to both sides of the antechamber in this run. Here's a drawing room. I should look around for objects. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click a door, you will draw 3. Some items and rooms that allow you to redraw if you don't like your initial 3 options. Yeah. Actually spent one of my rerolls to get this room. Okay. Let's pick. Still can't pick the store's lock. Alright, we'll use one of our keys. A major key and a minor key in the music room. That's kind of fun. I still might be able to get around to the antechamber, and that is somewhere new. New is good. It's gonna cost me all my gems. I think I'm gonna do it.